Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. That's too sweet. Anyway, continuing with the goalie goals. And today, we're talking about the 11th goalie goal in league history, but also, and more importantly, the first one post Big One lockout. Now, coming out of the big one, the league implemented a series of rule changes that were making it a little bit tougher for the goalies to score goals. But that was more in the way of the goalie actually taking the shot to score the goal. This one came the tried, tested, and true way, and also for the second straight goalie goal. But with that, let's discuss Chris Mason's first NHL goal. It's worth talking about. So let's talk about it. All right. So we're going in the Wayback Machine to April 15th, 2006. Some 26 months, give or take, after our last goalie goal. And here, we'll find the Nashville Predators hosting the Phoenix Coyotes. They were the Phoenix Coyotes before they were the Arizona Coyotes, if you remember. Now, for the Predators, this is their second last game of the season. And coming to this one, the Predators are already gearing up for the playoffs, having already clinched the 4th seed in the Western Conference, and also coming in on a 4-game winning streak. So they're feeling pretty good about themselves at this point. And for the Coyotes, well, it's your typical Coyote season. Nothing really changes beyond that. So take that for what you will. And we're going to jump into this game just after the 10-minute mark of the third period. The Predators already have a 4-1 lead after Scotty Upshall wrist shot at 10:02. And with a delayed penalty and David Lenuveau already on the bench for the extra attacker, the Coyotes are attempting to get something in the way of momentum going when Jeff Sanderson put on a slap shot on the net just past center ice that Mason saved pretty easily and directed it to the point where it would get picked up by Paul Mara and dumped in behind the Predators' net. Now Boyd Devereaux would pick it up from there and pass it to Jeff Sanderson, who's now behind the net, but brought it up past the hash marks just before the goal line. And here, Sanderson would pass it along the boards, and he'd hope somebody was at the point to collect. But I think he forgot to take into account when one passes along the boards, one always has to account for the possible bounce. And that's exactly what happened. Now that pass obviously had a little too much sauce on it as it bounced off the boards and went straight down towards the Coyotes' net with no defenseman there to say, hey, I got it, or, keep it out of the net. Went straight into the net at 10:47, some 45 seconds after the last goal, to give the Predators the 5-1 lead, which ended up being the final score for the Predators' win. Now, the Nashville crowd, they were loving it, but the game's greatest player, although questionable whether he was even a good coach, he was hoping to be called a no-goal, and he was pretty adamant about it, waving his arms like, no, that's not a goal, that's a no-goal. But like our last goalie goal, it was pretty undisputed that it was indeed a goal. Now, for the first time since Damian Rhodes, we've had a goaltender score in 2 different leagues now. Mason was credited for his first goalie goal in 2002, but that was when he was playing in the AHL. This is his first goal in the NHL. But with all that, he became the 5th goalie to be credited with the goal, or the 9th goalie to score the 11th goalie goal in league history. As mentioned, it was the second straight goalie goal where the goalie got credited instead of actually taking the shot. But this would also be the last goalie goal, shot or credited or otherwise, for over 5 years. After those rule changes, it did become a little bit tricky for goalies to do it, but trust me, they found a way. As for the Predators' playoff run beyond this, though, well, it only lasted 5 games. They were eliminated by the Sharks. But again, to have a goalie goal credited to your name in the NHL, that's a positive to any season. But that's the story behind Chris Mason's first NHL goal. Feel free to give me your thoughts. So that's another one of them Trev's Hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you made it to this point. If you made it to this point, short, sweet, I know. These goalie goals are always short and sweet. But if you've made it to this point, well, congratulations, my friend. You've made it to the end. And I couldn't be more proud of you for it. Trust me, you're helping out that watch time. And that watch time, trust me, it gets to be good exposure just as well as anything else does. So I'm never going to say that's a bad thing. That's a great thing. So if you've made it here, if you're digging what I'm doing, or if you just want to say, hey, dude, I'm all for it, throw me that thumbs up. Trust me, along with the watch time, those thumbs up, they help out that thing that we keep talking about, the algorithm, and gets this channel exposure. And the more exposure we can give this channel, the better it is. If you really want to. If you haven't done so by now, that red button, that one that says subscribe all over it, come on, you know you want to hit it. I know you want to hit it. That algorithm that we keep talking about, it knows you want to hit it. And why deny yourself a good thing, right? It'll make you feel good. It'll make me feel good. It'll make that algorithm feel good. We're making that push to 500 by the end of the year. I'd love to get to that point. And for everybody who's come along since, thank you very much. I hope you can keep staying on this ride a lot longer. If you really want to, if you want to go that extra mile, that link in my description below, that'll take you to my Facebook page. Feel free to join me there too. I mean, I'm pretty active on there, whether it's on my own page or whether it's on other hockey threaded pages or even just other threads in general. I'm not hard to find. So, I mean, either you'll find me there or I'll find you there. Either way, I'd love it if you join that. Let's move forward as far as Goalie Goals is concerned. Well, this is number 11. We have, up to this point, 9 more to go. And as the video said, this one was the last one for almost 5 years. So by the time we talk about the next one, I'm sure a lot has changed. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking forward to some Trev. Data.